We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air right away is May. And right away he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
All fighting off the defender. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Crazy. You touch. 5.
They'll throw with May. Now he's going to step up and run toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air, May. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Ready.
Looking to put a drive together.
Go ultra. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Patriots defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and 9 here.
Pause right. Here we go. Set.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good for a Dolphins first down.
Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bryant. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Ready.
They're backed
set.
up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Come on. Set. Set.
Operating from the gun, Miller. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Dolphins at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. A nice game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Running game working. Will stick with it on first down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hayden. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
We're going to throw. May. And for the right side here. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats are once again back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Check Fury. Ready.
Right back to him on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line.
Black Ultra. Edo, here we go. Spike, white, 33. Ready?
Back to throw. Miller. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Miller. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bryant. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Okay, ready?
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Let's go. Set.
Back to throw. Miller. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bryant. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
Turnover on downs.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Play action. May. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Up the middle they go. Hayden, 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing here is May. He's got a man. That's Bond. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the shotgun, it's May. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First down. A gain of 12. And the Patriot first down.
To throw, it's May. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Second and 7. Here's May. He finds his target, Allen. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Patriots are able to stretch out their lead. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Over the middle, it's complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready up. Clock, 10. Let's go now. Ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Bennett. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
52.
The Patriots 47-yard line.
Here we go. Green jack. Yellow. Set.
Looking to throw. Miller. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
On the set.
10 at the 34-yard line.
Red. Set. Set.
Back to throw. Miller. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Ready, set.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Score Patriots 17. Dolphins 13.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And he works free. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Open man, that's Bond. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Great job, we're good. Crazy.
They'll look to throw again. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Let's go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Bennett. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayden. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll try the left side. Bennett. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Down. Smash. Red 33. Ready?
Looking to throw. Miller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Dolphins first down.
Hey, full
First
fury.
and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set.
On first down, it's Bennett. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Bennett. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
We call a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Let's go now. Cut.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bennett. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his 1st. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
You steal slack. Cut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So now the Pats offense comes on, and they'll try for the 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize with a little bit on top.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Dolphins.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
That keeps the score. Patriots 28, Dolphins 27.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. third quarter now, at a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now a handoff up the middle. Hayden shreds the tackle.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Patriots first down.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the shotgun, May with it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's May. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Bond. He's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw with May. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To the air, May. That's complete. Right side, it's Bond. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots will add to their fourth quarter lead. So these two teams matching each other's score for score. This last touchdown, that bumps the lead back to 7 with the extra point to come.
And it's a heck of a way to play, isn't it, partner? You feel good about it because you continue to keep the lead and your offense keeps scoring, but you sure would like your defense to make a stop.
He's got it at the 2. And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go. Here we go.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Ready, 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 ready.
2nd and 1.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. The job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Nicole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Here we go. Ready?
Back to throw. Miller. That's caught. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Now back to throw. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
32-yard line.
Now they'll change things up. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayden. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that should do it. He's got a first down, and the Patriots can run it out from here. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for New England, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.